Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bitch and Brainstorm podcast. This is a special edition episode because I have one of our panelists, and Bennett here, who will be speaking at the Elevate Your Coaching Business Summit on January 17th and is going to be part of our business foundation panel talking about branding and how you can stand out with your personal brand and boost your profits. So welcome, Anne. I'd love to have you introduce yourself for people that don't know you.
So for those of you that don't know me, I've been a brand profit builder for the last 15 years. Originally, I was a graphic designer and an art director at Vogue magazine. So I have little experience in how to make things look the way they should look, to tell a story, to really get people to pay attention and flip pages and things like that.
Yeah.
So, I love working with women entrepreneurs and really helping them to own, honor, and unleash their personality styles and who they actually are.
Yeah.
So I know we're on the same page there.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. What would you say is the number one thing that you think business owners get wrong when it comes to branding their business?
I think that they basically don't understand that branding is a feeling.
Yeah.
Something
Not
that's
about your logo.
No, it's not the logos and the colors and the
Yeah.
beautiful photographs and the perfect website and all that, which is great. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, all of it matters, but it's really about being able to express an emotion or feeling
Mhm.
to someone else.
Yeah.
Because we love to work with people that we love. And essentially, we love people that are like us.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Or we want we want that energy, or we want
Uh-huh.
something that they have.
Yeah.
And that's what a brand is about. So when you think about, Apple, it's one of the biggest brands in the world right now. And when they started, they were like the little guy that nobody cared about,
Yeah.
until Steve finally they had fired him and they brought him back because he was the vision, and he created that think different.
Mhm.
So everybody that was a creative and everybody who felt like they were more on the edge,
Yep.
that's where they went,
Yeah.
right? Where
Yeah.
Bill Gates and Microsoft is great for a certain kind of brain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So what do you think, what can people expect to hear from you at the summit?
Well, we're going to talk about your personality style. I created these 4 personality styles to help simplify the
Mm-hmm.
idea of branding, right? Because branding can, as a couple of branding geeks, we could really get into it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
For most people, the brain is trying to simplify
Mm-hmm.
all of the information and all of the overload. So the 4 archetypes really help you to do that. And you're either a nurturer, disruptor, innovator, or geek.
Mm-hmm.
Start there. And with that as kind of a foundation, we can build out what are you supposed to sound like? What kind of hooks are we going to make that really, get people's attention and
Yeah.
allow you to stand out online, as well as if you're a speaker, allow you to have titles and programs and things that are uniquely yours. No
Mm-hmm.
one else is going to be saying what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really important because AI is here to
Mm-hmm.
stay, and AI is going to draw on everything that's been done before, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not really going to create your unique
Right. You
personality
still
style.
have to, yeah. And there'll be people that will be talking about AI at the summit and how to incorporate it, but also still be a person. Like there are ways you can use it as an assistant, but it can't replace you. It cannot replace the creative
Not
mind.
yet,
Right?
anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. It just can't. It can't. And it shouldn't. Right.
Yeah,
So
there's no replacement for creativity, actually. I had friends
absolutely.
call me the other day and they were like, well, we asked AI what we should call our business, and it came up with some things a little more on the scholarly, intellectual side.
Mhm.
And they called me because they were like, we need some magic, we need some juju, we need some
Yes.
zhuzh, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Right,
You need some personality.
exactly." Gotta use that personality, whatever it is.
Yes.
That's what separates everyone. We're
Yes.
all, as human beings, we're all pretty
Yep.
much the same.
Yep.
So Maslow's hierarchy of need, and we all need to be safe in a community and loved and things like that. But the 1% is where we go, which
Yep.
is into your personality. What breaks your heart? What pisses you off?
Yeah.
What gets you excited?
Yeah.
What are the things that make you uniquely you?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm really excited to have you as part of our summit. And I'm wondering if you have like uh a before and after story that you could share with us before the summit, like what um somebody that their brand really sucked when you started working with them, right? And
Yeah.
now what's changed for them and how that's impacted their business.
Well, I think of one person specifically. I've worked with, thousands of people, but Todd was such a major transformation. He was a marriage and family therapist.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of them, just like in any business, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of branding people too.
Yeah.
Um, but he was just kind of this really sweet Jewish nebbishy kind of guy, kind of wore his suits too big, and he just was this nice guy. But I was like, Todd, what do you actually do? So the first thing I had him do was start writing blogs, and he was like, yeah, it's all about communication. And I'm like, Todd, it's Thursday night, and what am I thinking about? It's not communication. I'm thinking about sex. So he started writing about great communication leading to great sex, which
Mm.
this whole thing. And then we discovered, how it is with people are fascinating, right? You discover them actually. So when I work with people, we kind of discover what makes them fascinating. And he was like, yeah, I have a 90% success rate with infidelity. And I'm
Mm.
like, huh?
Like that's something to highlight.
Hello. So then we changed the tagline. He had some tagline like bring out the best in the other person. And I was like, yeah, no. So I
Yeah.
was like, your tagline is now going to be making the world safe for love.
Mm.
So it really changed how he was presenting himself. And I decided at that time that he was so geeky that I wanted to sex him out a little bit, like just make him a little more appealing. And so I decided to design him like Justin Timberlake, because Justin Timberlake is a big geek. If you know anything about him, he's very geeky, but obviously women find him very attractive. So we dressed him very differently and changed his photographs and changed the things that he was doing. He ended up being one of the coaches on the Oprah had something about relationships. So
Mm.
he was one of the coaches on there. But Todd ended up, going from making low six figures to making mid six figures and having a lot of fun doing it.
I love that. That's super amazing. So I love seeing those transformations. I really, really do. They make my heart sing. So thank you for
No,
sharing
isn't
that
it
with us.
amazing?
Yeah.
People just all of a sudden they're like, oh, I could tell my story.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
okay if I'm not perfect. I'm like,
Yep. Don't have
yeah,
to be perfect.
it's super
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. 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 I have a tattoo on my wrist that reminds me that it's not about being perfect, right? It's about being perfectly imperfect,
Yeah,
right?
that's awesome.
So I need that reminder that we got to take perfect off the table. So yeah. Well, where can people find you online if they want to connect with you?
It's Ann Bennett Marketing, ANN, no E.
Okay.
Yeah, makes it
All
easy.
right. Well, everybody, I hope to see you at the summit where you can come in here and talk more about branding and the personality types and all of those wonderful things. Remember, you can participate for free watching it on YouTube, or you can participate in the summit for only $47. Like, I feel like that's such a steal. So we'll see you guys at the summit on January 17th. Thank you so much, Anne, for coming and hanging out with me for a little bit.
See you there.
All right. Bye, guys.